Have you ever looked at successful people and thought, how are they so disciplined? Like they have some secret level of motivation the rest of us just don't. But what if I told you the biggest difference between successful people and everyone else isn't talent, isn't intelligence, it's a tiny rule most people completely ignore, the 1% rule. And once you understand it, success stops feeling impossible and starts feeling inevitable. Most people try to change their lives in huge bursts of motivation. You know the feeling. You watch a motivational video, you feel fired up. You decide tomorrow is the day everything changes. You'll wake up at 5 a.m., work out for an hour, read 50 pages, start a business, fix your entire life in 1 week. And maybe you do it for a few days. Then life happens. You get tired. You skip a day, then another, and suddenly you're back where you started. Not because you're lazy, but because your brain hates drastic change. Big goals are exciting, but they're also overwhelming. And that's where the 1% rule comes in. The 1% rule is simple. Instead of trying to become 100% better overnight, you focus on getting just 1% better every day. That's it. One small improvement, one tiny step, one action that moves you forward. And at first, it sounds almost too small to matter. But here's the powerful part. Small improvements compound, just like money in a bank account. Improve 1% every day, and over time, those tiny actions turn into massive change. Not in 1 week, but in months and years. And that's exactly how real success works. Quiet progress, consistent effort, small wins repeated over and over again. The reason the 1% rule works is because it removes resistance. Your brain doesn't panic when the step is small. For example, reading for 2 hours a day feels overwhelming, but reading 5 pages, that's easy. Working out for 90 minutes sounds exhausting, but doing 10 push-ups, you can do that right now. The key is momentum. Once you start, you will often do more. But even if you don't, you still showed up. And showing up consistently is what separates successful people from everyone else. Think about someone learning a new skill, maybe writing. If you try to write a perfect book in 1 month, you'll burn out. But writing 300 words a day, that's manageable. After a year, you've written over 100,000 words. That's a book. Same with fitness. You don't get in shape from one brutal workout. You get in shape from hundreds of small workouts that slowly build strength. Same with money. Saving $5 today doesn't feel like success, but saving small amounts consistently builds real wealth. The pattern is always the same. Small actions, repeated daily, turning into big results. But there's something even more powerful happening here. The 1% rule doesn't just change your results, it changes your identity. When you write a little every day, you stop saying, I want to be a writer. You start saying, I am a writer. When you train consistently, you become someone who works out, not someone who tries to. And identity is powerful because once your identity shifts, your habits follow naturally. You're no longer forcing discipline. You're just acting like the person you've become. Here's how to apply it immediately. Step 1. Pick one area of your life you want to improve. Focus. Don't try to fix everything at once. Step 2. Shrink the action until it feels almost too easy. If you want to read more, start with 5 pages. If you want to exercise, start with 5 minutes. If you want to build a business, work on it for 10 minutes a day. The goal isn't intensity. The goal is consistency. Step 3. Repeat it daily. Not perfectly, just consistently. Because success isn't built in giant moments. It's built in quiet, invisible effort. The kind nobody sees until the results finally appear. So if you feel stuck right now or behind in life, remember this. You don't need a massive breakthrough. You don't need superhuman motivation. You just need to get 1% better today. One small action, one step forward. And tomorrow, do it again. Because a year from now, those tiny improvements will turn into a completely different life. So tonight, pick one thing and take the first 1% step. Let's improve together.